What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Legends of Runeterra deck tech. I'm ProxBaller706, and let's get right into it. So today we are going to be reviewing our Emphemeral Zed Hecarim deck, and let me tell you, this deck is extremely powerful. It's very aggressive, lots of synergies. It revolves around getting ephemeral units out, buffing up our additional units. It's just really an awesome deck. Very, very powerful. So starting off at the top, we've got Fading Memories as a zero-cost card, which there's not a whole lot of in this game so far. So you actually pick a follower, create an ephemeral copy of it in hand. And just for you guys that don't know, Ephemeral is the ability where the unit dies when it strikes or when the round ends, right? So it's not a permanent unit on the board. It's not going to last a long time. So there's a lot of play with that effect in this particular deck. So you can create basically like a quick hitter copy of any follower you want. Notice it says follower, not champion. Mark of the Isles. So this is a burst speed spell. It grants an ally +3/+3 and ephemeral, again, going along with this ephemeral synergies in the deck. Shadow Fiend is just an extremely powerful card. 1-drop, 4/3. Can get in, do a lot of damage very quickly. We have Black Spear because we have lots of allies that are going to die every round due to them being ephemeral. So if an ally died this round, deal 3 damage to an enemy unit for 2 cost. That's extremely powerful. We have Glimpse Beyond, burst speed spell, kill an ally to draw 2. Your ephemeral guys are going to die anyway. If you're not going to be able to swing in with one, you can just pop it and draw 2 cards, which is very beneficial. Shark Chariot is a very powerful card in this deck because every time an ephemeral ally attacks, you actually revive the Shark Chariot attacking. So you get him on the board, he dies. Every time you attack with an ephemeral going forward, it continues to come back attacking, which is super, super helpful. We also run Silent Shadow Seer, which is a very powerful card. 2-drop, 3/1. If it hits the Nexus, you create a copy of it in hand. And it's elusive, right? So it's coming in, hitting the Nexus almost all the time, unless they have an elusive unit to block it. So it's like repeat damage every turn. Soul Shepherd, extremely good synergy here. Every time you summon an ephemeral ally, you grant it +1/+1, so it's just an instant buff on all of our other ephemerals. A Darkwater Scourge value coming out of your ears here. 3 mana, 5/5 with lifesteal, so a very powerful card again, just focusing on that ephemeral synergy. Deathmark is some interesting removal, so you actually could take one of your allies. For example, you could get a Darkwater Scourge down, right? And then cast Deathmark on it, removing ephemeral status from an ally to grant it to an enemy. So it's kind of like removal and establishing a better board presence for yourself, which can be very powerful in a swing turn. We have Iron Harbinger, just a nice solid 2/4 unit with Fearsome, and it gets +1/+0 for every ephemeral ally. Shadow Assassin is basically a staple in every deck that has Ionia cards in it. Just a powerful elusive unit. Zed. Let's take a close look at Zed, as he's one of our champions in this deck. Zed is a 3 mana 3/2 with quick attack. When he attacks, he creates a living shadow that attacks alongside him. A 3-drop 3/2, also ephemeral. And then upon level up his shadows, and I have had to struck the enemy Nexus twice. So you can have him hit the Nexus and a shadow hit the Nexus 1 time apiece, and you've got the buff there. And he evolves into a 4/3. And he gets a living shadow with his keywords and stats, so it actually gains quick attack and a buff as well, which is very, very powerful. Zed's a great card, lots of fun to play with. Moving on down, we have Dawn and Dusk. A powerful card. Summon 2 exact copies of an ally. They are ephemeral. Again, you're noticing the consistent theme here. I don't want to repeat myself too much. Finally, let's take a look at Hecarim, a very powerful in-game unit in this deck. When he attacks, you summon 2 attacking Spectral Riders to attack alongside him, which is very powerful. He has Overwhelm as well. And if you've attacked with 8 or more ephemeral allies, which isn't hard to do in this deck, he actually levels up. And ephemeral allies get +2/+0, and you also still summon your Spectral Riders, which is just incredibly powerful with how many ephemeral units we have in this deck. Finally, we have the Harrowing. It's kind of like an in-game card, very top end, but you could basically summon the 6 highest power units that die this game and grant them all ephemeral. So you just want to get them in and hit really hard. It could be a game ender, absolutely. I do have a gameplay recorded for you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this deck tech profile, and we will get right on into the game.
course I'm ready. Don't mind me. I hope this works.
Pledge yourself to the shadows. Do not deny me. Who needs friends anyway?
Well, I didn't do anything. Just gonna put this here. Time to go!
Does death follow me, or peace?
My training is unconventional.
Am I flesh or shadow?
Give me a sweet bun. Heightens the senses.
We are ready, always.
The Order rewards its faithful. Do not fear death.
It wasn't me!
When I call, the Iron Order answers.
Prepared for anything. More for my collection. Quickly. More mushrooms.
Silent as death. Night falls, shadows gather.
They will crumble.
Thank you guys so much for watching another Deck Tech video here on the channel. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and keep an eye out for videos every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern.